Energies can pull you down, others can lift you up. Other energies can inspire you to do great things, to really move on the chosen path, to really go on your destined path of journeyment. And those are the energies that you need to surround yourself with. I'm ever recording and welcome to this video. I'm talking about the astrology of December 9th and 10th, beginning with December 9th. So the first aspect going on is that the moon will conjunct Neptune at around 27, 28 degrees of Pisces. So you may find that at this time your sensitivity is heightened. You may feel more sensitive to yourself and others. This allows you to tune into the energies of those around you. You may be feeling more empathetic and compassionate at this time, so expressing those qualities are really huge. This is a good time to navigate through emotions that require you to take a balanced approach to your life. Not the emotions going on with the regulating, not the emotions going off with the rugula, the emotions that go off the ricula. There's a very, very huge difference. Basically, the emotions that empower you to make your own decisions, that empower you to be independent, that empower you to be fully in your power. Those are the emotions to really act on and choose to follow, not being defined by the outside world, but being defined by how you define yourself to be and believing in yourself that you can do whatever you set your mind to. So, what emotions are too much engulfed, and what emotions are you not allowing yourself to feel enough? Those emotions need to be brought up into the light of being and put into your own systems. This is good time for discerning fantasy from reality. Discerning those two things be very, very huge. Discerning intuition from fantasy. It's also important to create strong emotional boundaries because Neptune is not known for its boundaries. There's a oneness that we're all connected to each other, so why do we need to draw boundaries? But if we don't draw boundaries, we're going to get pulled down. We're going to get taken advantage of. We're going to get used and abused. So we need to draw boundaries very, very clearly. Draw those lines in the sand very clearly. You may be getting engulfed in negative energies by other people's sob stories, by their tales of belligerence, their narratives that they have to give to you. So you're sort of um, getting engulfed in those things and you're getting pulled down energetically by those negative emotions, by those negative energies. And so drawing boundaries and doing things that can help you find peace within yourself and find a center anchor with yourself is highly advised to do now. This transit also offers the opportunity to do anything creative, anything musical, anything artistic as well. So it's important to use your emotions as a force of healing, to really feel your emotions and take the action steps to heal what you're feeling. This is about feeling more emotionally connected to everything and everyone around you. You may be feeling this right now. This may be very, very huge and one-sided for you. It's important to cleanse your energy and your living space. Really cleanse it with tobacco or incense or whatever you use to cleanse your space. Because that can be very, very important to help clear your mind, to help clear your system, to help clear your soul and spiritual force within you. And it can help you move on the path of personal freedom. That's the gift that cleansing your space can truly give you. So now's the time to attend to the however you do that. This is good for romantic relationships. Those kind of relationships, spouses between men and women can really thrive at this time. It's important that you have a sacred space for self-care. That's very, very important that you're maintaining your self-care, that you're keeping up with your self-care. Because if you don't have self-care, you don't have anything. you need to prioritize taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, really doing those steps before you get out into the world, meet people, engage in situations, engage in endeavors, get projects started, go up the windpipe, whatever it is that you're doing out in the world, it always starts with self-care. It always goes back to self-care. It's very important to discern between fantasy and illusions, as I've stated before. Creative outlets can help you serve your strong feelings, can help you find an outlet, can help you find a way of expressing your very strong feelings that you have, either through dancing, painting, or music, or poetry, whatever means of artistic expression that you can use to express your feelings. This is the time to pursue that, go in that direction. You may be gaining greater self-understanding through processing your feelings. This is very good for processing these feelings is really important that you do this because your emotions are in process. They are unbeknownst to you as an in metapines and as an outside of yourself and not integrated within yourself. That's exactly what you want to do. You may find intuition and vivid imagination to be heightened. Any activity that can help you stay present and aware of your current circumstances can be very, very helpful. So mindfulness, walks in nature, looking around the room and noticing all the different things, whatever you can do to help you stay present, counting sheep, counting tiles in the ceiling. These activities are so small, and they may not seem like a big deal, but they help you to become present. Maybe putting yourself around flowers, maybe roses, or maybe daffodils, or whatever you can use, especially if you're in the southern hemisphere, to help you plant yourself more fully here. The rose symbol represents presence. It represents present moment awareness. It represents grounding into the present moment, into the earth. That's the spiritual meaning of roses. So engaging with those types of flowers and modes of healing can be very healing for you and helpful. It's also important to set boundaries and prioritize your well-being, not getting out into the world with boundaries that you have not set yet. So you're setting boundaries very, very clearly, and you're prioritizing your values, you're prioritizing your sense of self-worth, your sense of stability, your sense of security, your sense of inner peace. That's what you're prioritizing. So it's very important to draw boundaries to keep yourself emotionally healthy as well. This is good for any kind of creative expression that enriches your soul, whatever that might be for you. Another aspect we have going on is that Venus will sextile the North Node. So the North Node is finishing up its stay in Aries. In January of next year, it will move back into the sign of Pisces, and there will be a moment when the North Node is conjunct the planet Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces. So it'll be very interesting when the Sun is in Pisces, Neptune's in Pisces, and the North Node's in Pisces. That'll be something to really, really look forward to happening next year in 2025. So Venus is sextile the North Node in Aries, which is about developing our identity, working on our individuality, asserting ourselves in our own life, going after our needs, wants, and desires. That's the that's the bare bones of the North Node in Aries. So this is a time to act, to show acts of passion and generosity. At this time, passions and generosity is what this really, really comes down to. It's important to be aware of the harmony for your own gain. Is it not for your own gain? It's important to move in new directions with music and art as well. This is good for creating a new vision for the future, attracting help along the way. So you're creating this new invention, this vision for the future, and you have people that can help you manifest it, can help you create it as you go through your life right now. So be open to those people, acknowledge the people that are trying to help you and trying to support you on whichever path you choose to go down. Lovers, friends, and colleagues can help you see your visions into reality. That's something that they can never take away from them, is that they can see your visions and help you move on the path of your visions. It's important to foster relationships, the right relationships. You're gazing in the right people that can help you move towards your purpose and soul calling in life. That's what this is about. So it's about learning about your potentials from the relationships you have and the karmic lessons that are tied to these relationships. More on that later. But create your comforts also, the physical things, because that's what Taurus rules. It rules the physical, tangible things that we find pleasureful in our life. It rules the five senses. It rules that really comfortable blanket that you have. It rules the comfortable clothes that you have. Taurus rules the cup of coffee you're sipping in the morning, and how sensual and how delicious it is. It's those simple pleasures that Taurus rules, and it's those creature comforts that Taurus corresponds to. So engaging with those things are really hyping in the hypens at this time. The relationships align with your deeper purpose and spiritual growth. So finding these relationships that can align this way. The moon is going to sextile Pluto also. So when the moon is sextile Pluto, this presents a longing for profound experiences. This also presents the question about what are your feelings trying to tell you about your needs and desires, about your needs, wants, and desires. That's very, very important to look at. This may bring to light deep-seated emotions that have to be transformed and released. So these emotions are very, very strong and they can help you release the emotions that you have. Nurturing yourself through your emotions is also something very, very huge now. Letting go of what no longer serves you, whatever it is, let it go. If it no longer works for you, release it from your life. And it's okay to be vulnerable also. It's important to be compassionate toward yourself and others. And it's important to look into the deeper psychological issues of what is actually going on below the surface. Psychologically, what are people's motivations? What are their intentions? All this kind of things like that. And this is a time to emotionally recharge your batteries also. Another aspect going on is that the moon will sextile the planet Venus. So when this happens, this presents the time where you're allowing yourself time to engage in leisure activities, whatever that might be. This is good for going to parties or places of enjoyment. This is good for hanging out with the people in your life, spending quality time with them, socializing with them, interacting with them. This is good for social charm and beauty, which brings social popularity. This is good for anything that involves openness and honesty. That's very, very important that we have openness and honesty in our interactions. Heightening your sensitivity towards yourself and others can be a very huge hiking culprit with that. It can really, really be good for that. Creating a greater sense of empathy can help you with this energy very, very clearly. So you're really using this energy for your highest good is what this is about. This is about being supported and supportive of others. Any activity that nourishes your soul is also good to do at this time. And any appreciation of beauty is good. Moments of beauty can serve as a source of healing and inspiration, so you can find healing and inspiration in the beauty that you find in your life. Now, another aspect we have going on is that the moon will conjunct the North Node. So this represents aligning your emotions with your deeper unconscious. This represents also being avoid being swayed by irrational fears, not getting caught in the irrational fears of things, really not choosing to get caught up. And Gentier and Tautier is what this is all about. So it's very, very important to not get caught up in in the irrational fears of things, which can be very, very alluring and very, very persuasive to get caught up in that. But it's important not to get caught up in that. It's important to have meaningful and authentic life, establishing the groundwork in the present, settling down and starting a family can also be a very big endeavor with this, and establishing the foundations of your future family can also be very, very healing with this, establishing those foundations. This is also good for healing karmic wounds as well, especially around relationships. Your mind may gain stability and strength at this time. It's important to snap into your intuitive abilities. And it's important to show emotional strength that resonates with others also. So, the moon will trine Mars. So when the moon is trine the planet of action and assertion and um, aggression and war, the god of war, that's what Mars is. Um, This represents Mars is retrograde right now. So I'm filming this video. Mars is retrograde, so we're reviewing our initiatives. It's not the time to push forward because we may be banging on a door that's not going to open, or it's uphill battle with the hair. The hair is too steep for us to climb. So the moon will trine Mars. So this is about speaking up for your needs and the needs of your family without coming into being aggressive, asserting your needs, asserting your family's needs, and not being seen as aggressive. Setting boundaries is seen as a protective act. Setting boundaries is not closing yourself off from others, but it is you asserting yourself, you having a high sense of self-love, self-respect, you're doing it for yourself, which can serve you in the highest right now. You may have passion and enthusiasm attracting others, strengthening the emotional and physical connections in your relationships. Can also be good right now. Um, and so others will not push you past your point of tolerance. That's what you have to remember. So if you're feeling like your buttons are getting pushed, if you're feeling like you're getting pulled down or pestered or annoyed, they're not going to push you past your point of tolerance. This is good to come into an agreement with others concerning root causes. So then the card that I pulled for this particular day from the Mystical Healing Oracle by Ina Siegel is the card um, Transform Anger, card number 34. So this is really all about taking your anger, taking all that pain, taking all that mad energy, and turning it around, transforming it. Um, Choosing to express different emotions than anger, but allowing the anger to energize you to go out into the world and make something happen and change something and act upon something and do whatever you need and want to do in your life. If there are things that are not working for you, take steps to change them. It's important to be kind towards yourself and others. It's always important to be this way, but especially now, being kind and being patient with yourself and others, and taking your anger and turning it into passion that you use in positive, constructive ways out to the world. Now let's move on to December 10th. So the very, very first aspect is the moon will trine Mercury. So this represents a time where you're perceiving what others communicate either directly or on a more subtle level. So you may be in the junk siders and you may be looking at all these paintings and photos trying to decide which one, but this can help you give you the decisiveness to choose, I want that one. I want this painting over there. I want that, glass frame steel flaming picture over there. So, you're perceiving what others give you, tell you directly or on a more subtle level. This is a time where you may be blending your social and outgoing nature with your more nurturing side. It's important to build a strong foundation for family, and you may be picking up on the sensitivity of others' feelings at this time. Another aspect we have going on is that the moon will sextile Jupiter. So this presents optimism or idealism, understanding and cooperation between you and others. Know that influential people in your life can help you to succeed. So surround yourself with those individuals. The law may be a valuable assistance to you. You are also capable of captivating a broad audience right now, putting yourself out there into the world, being generous, giving off your energy, your talents, all this kind of things like that. This is good for expanding your horizons through education and travel, getting together and socializing with others at this time as well. And it's also important to help oppressed communities. This is very, very huge. You're helping those oppressed communities in your life. Your nurturing side, your nurturing skills are projected onto a broad scale as well. And what will pay off for you in the long run. That's very important to look at. Your creative talents will be well received by others at this time. Now, the sun is going to trine the moon. So, this puts peace and harmony in your home and family life. This is what this is about. There may be both your personal and business life in a harmonious balance. You're optimistic and eager to nurture others at this time. This is about gaining confidence with being the center of attention and your family. This is good for enjoying the company of family, particularly children, and investments are likely to go well right now. Now, the final aspect we have going on is that the moon will oppose Black Moon Loa. This may bring about unresolved anger that may propel your actions at this time. So this may be very, very huge. This may put insecurities, paranoia, and jealousies to the forefront. You may find your emotions are intense and emotionally charged. Fears that remain hidden are brought to the surface and brought to light for them to be healed and integrated. There may be emotions that are buried deep but demand attention. There may be tension in relationships as well. This is important to face what lies beneath the surface also. And so you may feel the need to reject and rebel from your family and home because traditions that bind you limit you from being yourself. You may find yourself rebelling from your heritage at home. The card that I pulled for December 10th is Learn from Karma, card number 18. So this is about learning from the karmic lessons of what goes around comes around. Very, very important. Learning from past mistakes is also good. Um, each lifetime has opportunities for learning and growth and to advance your evolution. Each lifetime has opportunities for you to learn very, very huge and important lessons to help you evolve. This is about becoming a more honest and giving person as well. That could also be indicated with this, acting from a place of higher integrity, and honesty. It's important to be around your family, spend time with your family, help your family out with the things that you need help with, even though you don't want to, because that could form very, very closer bonds with them and help you connect to the karma associated with your family. So your family, therefore, has a lot of karmic lessons to teach you as well. So that is the astrology and oracle readings for December 9th and 10th. Let me know in the comments section what you like about this video. Like this video, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.